Good morning, dear hearts. We are on lesson 210, and as a force of habit, I'm going to say please subscribe, even though we hit the milestone yesterday of 1,000 subscribers, and I am in deep gratitude to each and every one of you who have been here with me on this journey. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But we still have a lesson to review, and it is lesson 210, and we still have a central thought, and it still is, I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. And now the lesson we're reviewing today is, I choose the joy of God instead of pain, which seems like, but of course, is that even a decision? Is there any thought that I would choose the pain instead of the joy of God? But many actually have chosen the pain because they have chosen to be the body. So you can see how the central thought weaves in so well with today's review lesson. It weaves in that if I have chosen to be a body, then indeed I've chosen pain. I may not be fully aware of it when I make that choice. But if I'm choosing to see myself as a body, I'm choosing to see myself as an ego. The body is home of the ego, and with the body comes dis-ease, comes pain, comes suffering, comes anger, comes doubt. All these things that will indeed cause us pain, not necessarily body pain, but pain in my mind, because my ego mind is the one that decides what will happen to the body. As long as I'm listening to the ego mind, I can make a different choice. This is many have called the Course in Miracles a book of choosing, a book of choice, a course in forgiveness, a course in love. All of this is true. It is a course in helping us to come home. That too is true. So, in the italics today, to explain and expand on I choose the joy of God instead of pain, we have pain is my own idea. It is not a thought of God, but one I thought apart from Him and from His will, apart from Him. So I'm just going to come back to what I said yesterday that is on my business card that says you are either a part of God or you are a part from God. If I think I am apart from God, I have chosen to be a body, I have chosen to have an ego, and I have chosen pain. But that's not a thought of God. It's one I thought apart, separate from my Father and from His will. Why from His will? Because God's will for us is joy and complete happiness and nothing else. So His will is joy and only joy for His beloved child, His Son, and that I choose instead of what I made. So I'm having the awareness that I made that. But I can choose again. And I'm going to choose what God has created and given to me rather than what I made, because what I made is not even a good imitation of what God is providing for us and what His will is for us and what He chooses and desires for us to have and experience. When we follow the ego mind, we are coming up with all kinds of substitutions for things. So in our choosing, some of the things that we choose between are we choose between love and fear. We choose between pain and joy. We choose between truth and illusions. And we choose between certainty and doubt. All of these choices we make and all of the ones that are of God we will receive when we choose the joy of God instead of pain. When I choose the pain, I'm choosing to be a body. So just for today, perhaps, choose not to think of yourself as a body. Choose to be something, see yourself as spirit, as the truth of who you are. Choose to be feeling light and happy and joyful. And in being that and choosing that, the body identity will start to slip away, melt away from us, because we are not giving it any life. We're not giving it any attention. We're not sharing in the idea of being a body. We are instead sharing in the will of God and what our Father chooses and wants for us. We're choosing the joy of God instead of all the pain of the ego and what the ego would offer us as a substitution for everything. And what the ego gives us is nothing, because everything that the ego gives us is an illusion. And what are all illusions? Nothing. There's no substance there. They will float and drift away, and we will realize that if I chose to be a body, to see myself as a body, ultimately I've chosen nothing except pain and fear. And now I get to choose again, and I get to choose the joy of God instead of pain. Remember, we are still practicing at least 15 minutes in the morning and at night, hourly. Just say to yourself, I choose the joy of God instead of pain. It's very easy to say, and it is a thought that will set our thinking right as we begin each hour. And then also to, weave into that I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. I have been and I always will be. Now, I have one more thing to share with you. This is my latest offering to the literary world. It is called Wisdom with a Twist. It is a little flip book of some affirmations, or what I call Janet-isms, and based in the course. It will be available on my website. At this point, it's not going to be on Amazon. We'll see. Amazon doesn't deal in that size. So it'll be available around the August 15th. This is the promo, I don't know what's the first one. Anyway, I'm very happy. It's been a marvelous day, and thank you for being here. So please like, please share, please subscribe anyway, and please pray for each of us to have a moment today of pure joy, and to not have any thoughts of pain or littleness, and to have the moment where we choose to be spirit and not a body. That's it for today. Hope it helped. Namaste.